Yo, welcome back to Kingdoms and Castles with Justin and Ulu. So, with the next Viking and Dragon attacks being... oh dear. From the looks of that, quite possibly simultaneous. That sucks. Well... man, now that's annoying. To raise these up, I'd have to destroy them, but they're at 99% highly skilled. I suppose, hypothetically, I could just go ahead and... because my plan is to raise these 4 areas right around them. Yeah, we'll just do that. Can I do it while they're still standing there? Yes, in fact, I can. One there, one there, one there, one there, there, and there. Alright. What's this one's range again? Definitely good enough. No real need to go outside that range. What do you got for sale? Go away. I need to see what he has for sale. Alright, there's some charcoal. And we'll go ahead and buy some of his... no, I guess looks like we're fine on tools. Scrolling does not want to work. How is our food? Go ahead and take what you have anyhow. Alright. That'll give us a little bit of something to boost our food and charcoal productions. Okay, so the... oh, excuse me. Next big thing that they should be working on is that. Alright, it's still leaving plenty in the stockpiles. Let's see, where do we have a 1 next to... I guess we don't anywhere particularly, but here's some that are close enough. So, these small ones are able to store, well... I mean, you know, one of you numbers has to be lying here. Something here ain't right. But okay. So 240. Let's see, versus 990. But 4 times the area. So, trying to bring up my calculator right quick. If we divide 990 by 4, then it is technically 7.5 resources more efficient, which is negligible. So, whereas 2 workers versus 9 workers, there's where it is. Yeah. Because 4 would not only be easier to, you know, adapt and be like, you know, 3 and 1 if, you know, you need to fit it in the right spot, but also each one would only have 2 workers, whereas the full one takes an extra. So it definitely looks like you're not losing out on much storage efficiency, and you are making up for it with, admittedly, only 1 person, but 1 person for every 4 sets. So that does seem like the efficiency of a full stockpile is not worth pursuing. Better to just better space out and work off of small stockpiles. How's the progress going on the... Alright, looks like they finished, actually. Nice. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Kinda hate to do it, but... alright, so we'll put in... come on, highlight the center. There we go. The center block up 1, up 1. Alright, so construction limitations restrict this to that tall. And then I think I can go ahead and already queue up, yep, the archer towers on top of each. Alright, well, those will get built and manned, you know, soon enough. Alright, so we have plenty of those. Let's go ahead and train up 2 squads. That way we can have these towers be finished. Alright, so on to what I was about to check next. So, wood output is 24 a year. Not totally sure how to understand the math you're giving me here, game. But base output, so I guess I'm confused. So faster chopping, but somehow the base output is still matching the... Oh, maybe it's only that because the thing is full? Yeah, maybe that's why. So if it's 24 a year, then yeah, having a single small stockpile with 240 sounds to me like it should be sufficient to be one small stockpile for wood to every forester. In fact, I might not even need quite that many, depending on how quickly they're working. I don't know, because 50%, is that being applied after this or before this? Is it included in this? I'm confused. But it does sound like, certainly no more than, 1 per... In fact, I might even be able to do 1 to every 2 foresters. I'm not sure. Definitely something to think about. So that's probably something we'll try to work on there. Charcoal. What are we not doing that we could do to make charcoal not be so ridiculously problematic? $15 per year. Makes 2 charcoal to every wood. Stores up to 6 wood. I don't know. One thing that could possibly be causing a bit of the issue is transfer time. So, if hypothetically, instead of storing these over here near these, if we get them entirely out of the city proper, and instead primarily put them around the individual stockpiles, then they'll be close enough that I think what the charcoal makers do is I think that the charcoal maker people themselves just run to grab wood to fuel, and then I think it's others who come to the charcoal maker to bring it elsewhere. So, hypothetically, if I put the charcoal makers, like, I don't know, we could start with trying 1 to every small stockpile right next to it. In fact, as I'm looking here, we don't really, even these ones that have been here the whole time, they don't really use that whole area that much, so we probably could keep things pretty efficient by actually putting these, like, right on the road. Well, yeah, considering right here, I think I've got some of that overlapping with that wall right now anyhow. So by putting the road on this section, which is the furthest we can put it, it leaves out these 2 spots that it couldn't use anyway. So if we move it closer, like having it right next to it, that will take up 2 more spots, but based on the number of empty spaces here, I don't think that's really an issue. And then we can just go ahead and also have the well, forester. Yeah, so we can, seeing as how you need at least that boundary, we could probably put another forester right next, and it probably, given again, number of empty spaces, even around these really old ones that have been running for so long, if we put a Forester at the closest it would require, that would leave 1, 2, 3 spaces between. And if we follow the pattern of, well, no, you wouldn't want the well right next, you'd want the, maybe well, Forester, or no, so because the well would be on the end then, yeah, so start with a well or something so that it, starts the pattern correctly, then stockpile right next to it so that they're just, the 2 people working the stockpile can just quickly pull away any time that wood is stored. Charcoal right next to that so that they can pull, and then a well. And if there's a well on either side, because then there will be here, because if there's a Forester here, yeah. Alright, that sounds like a plan, and it'll make it far more compact, and from the looks of things, shouldn't reduce efficiency much. If anything, that probably will increase efficiency. And given how much of a pain wood generation was initially, if that does indeed increase our efficiency for wood, as I'm hoping it will, that could mean that even when we're still operating off of only like 2 Foresters, that might help not seeing as much of a wood drought as we were seeing, although that still doesn't match up to the number of charcoal things we're needing right now, but maybe we're only needing this many because of the distance I have to walk. That's what I have to hope. So I think that is what we'll try, and hopefully that'll turn out well. Which is good, because then that means that this entire segment of the town would end up being pretty massively shifted around. Alright, have they finished? Yes, indeed. And the 2 new troops are ready. There we go. Alright, what's your current range? Nice. So that's a touch of overlap there, which should be excellent. Nope, click the... Ah! There we go. We'll do it from this angle, so you can actually click the tower. Alright, and it looks like... Yeah, so now all 3 towers roughly reach at least this same area right in front of each one. And certainly each of them covers a pretty good portion of this outer area. Excellent. Alright. I think we do probably have... Let's check, see if these numbers are roughly the same. No. Quarry outputs 50 per year. Yeah, and based on that, I'm gonna guess that masterworkers and tools and whatnot, those are being applied after those other numbers, is what I'm gonna have to assume. And that does change it. Good tools for the Forester increased output speed, but they don't have any way to increase the sheer output. Quarries, masterworkers also increase, or because they have access to masterworkers, that's what increases their output speed. What increases their actual output, then, is the tools. So yeah, from the sound of things, that does mean that quarries in the same time period... Oh no, that definitely was being, because yeah, no, that just turned down to 24. Huh. So no, those are being taken into account. Well, I guess better to have the confirmation. So if that is being taken into account, then... Is this guy bringing the tools? Yes, he is. Yep, so it jumped back up to 50. Interesting. So if that's still 50 per year... Two of them, which is the max you can put off any stone anyway, will produce 100 per year with everything you need. And yeah, I would assume that that means this stockpile, one small stockpile, should, reasonably speaking, be able to keep it running by pulling away from it. The big difference there being, and the potential problem, is that when it comes to stone, I think really the only thing you use it for is your building projects. And those are slowed by other things, really. So in terms of stone, it may actually be sufficiently efficient to go ahead and just use a larger stockpile. No, right, because we established that, no, honestly, it would probably be better to just do 4. So yeah, I may need more than just 1 stockpile per every 2. No, because yeah, I'm thinking of potentially a different use, because if we have full-on, I think the actual storage area I do want to have somewhere near the castle, seeing as how the castle also has some capacity to store. So having some sort of stockpiling system around the capital, or castle rather, for stone then at least, maybe also at least like some for wood, because the wood stockpiles out here, I would primarily be wanting them not so much as my actual place of storage, so much as just, you know, a place to offload quickly, because when the foresters get full, they stop working. And then, again, also for the charcoal presence. So that... So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. That, yeah, then that means that definitely probably 1 small stockpile to every 2 generators. And in this location, and a little more ideally, you know, place like right between them. That way, the closer it can be, the better, because then it'll keep that running well. Merchants arrived. Let's check out what he's offering. There's some charcoal. We'll grab 73. Doesn't look like we really need tools or the other thing. Do we need wood? No, not really. And we probably don't need any more food either. That's probably fine for right now. Alright, if you're done with the other... Oh, no, that's already done with both researches. Alright. Alright, we have 5,000 stone. Is that going to be enough for that statue? I'm pretty sure. But yeah, okay, so that's way definitely enough for the statue. Yeah. Alright, turn him this way. No, why not? Go ahead and move up. There we go. Leave him in the original direction. And prepare. Well, let's see. Actually, this would be a good place to go ahead and definitely start using these, because I think it said they can go up to 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is as tall as these tower blocks can get without other surrounding structures. And on top of these 4, I want ballistae. I'm aware that's probably not how they're pronounced. Let me have my fun. Alright, so now that we have 8 archers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. Assuming this dragon statue can hold the dragon's attention for long enough, for ballistae, I'm not sure. Hold on. What would it be phonetically? Ballista. Oh, ballistae may be plural. I was wondering where I was pulling that from. Well, I think we all know where I was pulling that from, but... it's also possible the dragon can set the ballista on fire, but now at least he won't be able to set the towers below them on fire. I was hoping that 4 of them, and also hoping that 4 years will not be too long. Whoa, wait a minute, what's the range on these? Oh, goodness! Oh, that's pretty sweet. Even the one in that corner covers half of these fields. Oh, nope, nope, I meant to click on the ballista so I could see its... Yowza! Yeah, and at furthest, they pretty much do cover the entirety of those fields. Ooh, this could be really effective. I don't know that it will be, but... Oh, man, this has some real potential, I think. We're still looking at that many stockpile workers, so that's fine. Man, that's gonna be cool. Alright, but as I'm thinking about it, I don't know that elevating... I elevated them over here just for the looks. I don't know that elevating these archers actually gives them any additional range. It could, but it's not giving me a range indicator like the towers do, so... Again, I mean, it could, but I don't know. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and grab the 2 innermost for... Whoop, nope, 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 not you. No, not you! How is that... No, not him. Ah! Oh, this is annoying. They're all a little bit too close. There we go. Just make sure I got the right one highlighted before I do any other clicking. Simple. Alright, the dragon statue is up, so that's good. And it looks like... that's up now. I want them to be up right alongside the other military. Alright, excellent. It looks like they will all be finished just in time. Alright, are you guys traveling as large groups, it looks like? Maybe? No, maybe that's only 2. Did I not grab all 4 of you? No, I didn't. Curious. You two, get over here. There we are. Alright, these guys have arrived. You guys go ahead and stand over here now. Actually, it would appear the other guys did not... Yeah, so... There's some sort of requirement that they be able to move the number of units. I don't know why they're not just getting over here and spreading out on the road the way they normally do. Alright, is that all the ballista on? Yes. Alright, so... Yeah, fire risk's a little iffy. Whoop, nope, weren't trying to click on you. Come on. There we are. Alright, not on that one though. Alright. Walls are almost done. I don't suppose they can march up onto them as is. No, they cannot. So, let's go ahead and have them put in a castle stair. I guess it really doesn't matter, but we'll go ahead and have it here and here. So no, they can't use the building in progress version of the stair. Alright, wall finished, so they should be starting on the last little bits now. Yep, so they should be working on those stairs. Alright, there's that stair finished. Excellent. And the other guys were waiting on their orders, they just needed the other stairs to get built. Alright. You know what, for right now, seems I don't know how definitely successful this is going to be against the dragon. Actually, there you go. Bring all 4 of you over here, and then I'll individually direct them to their locations. Wait, they are able to go up there? Well, that's kind of cool. But I think for now, we'll just have them all stationed on these parts of the wall. Alright. Just about prepared. Eight archers ready to fire. 4 ballista ready to take them down. Oh boy, what is gold looking like? Alright, still on the up, even though we've done more things that require hiring. So that's good. You know what? In addition, let's go ahead and throw in one more swordsman squad. Don't know if they'll be ready in time, but hopefully. And once the dragons are dealt with, because I imagine the dragons by flying will arrive slightly ahead of the Viking wave. So once the dragons are dead, assuming this works the way I'm hoping, then we'll just send the archers back over to their positions. Alright. Maybe this won't be done in time. Oh well. Alright. Are you producing both? Are you producing both? Let's go ahead and have you both go back to producing both for right now. Alright, anytime. Yeah, it doesn't seem to say anything here to indicate. So I'm not sure. Given each of them did highlight only the one right here, maybe they prefer building out this direction, but they did fill these 3, so I don't know. Figuring out proper library, clinic, and fire brigade placement as part of our, well, I guess, and then tavern, town square, bakery, and market placement as part of all of our development will also be important. Sounds like they did get them trained in time. Alright, you will be stationed right... Whoop, nope. Come on, turn. Camera, work with me. Right here. Alright. Our gates are swarming with people ready to fight. The archer towers are primed and ready as well. Bring it on. And a merchant just arrived. And again, we have yet to see more than one arrive at a time, so I'm really starting to think that... Yeah, and the cell seems to only be based on the one that he's at, so it does seem like there's really no point in having more than a single dock. So let's go ahead and now purchase some of that. And we'll go ahead and grab what you got of stone and wood. Complete sale. Food's still on the uptake. Uprise, rather. Uptake. I don't think that applies at all. Alright. They'll be arriving any minute. And this structure is fairly compact, so assuming it works here, that'll be an excellent stratagem to bring forward, 4x4. I'm really liking this gate concept over here too. And that's the Vikings are arriving slightly sooner. Alright, 2 of them from here, but 4 of them from there, so these 4 will actually take long enough. Yeah, these ones are going to march pretty much directly at. But the other ones will take so long that it probably will be fine. And now that we've got that little bit built, I would expect that they'll land and actually go ahead and just head straight around that way. Alright, dragons. Just these 2? Yes. And they are moving a little bit faster than the Vikings. As well as I think they were spawned a little closer. So, let's get ready. We'll go ahead and highlight all of our archers. That way, for the first point, if I need to move them because the dragons move, so be it. I'll move them more quickly and as a full unit. And then also because the Vikings will be showing up soon. Bring it on, dragons! They chose a poor angle of attack anyhow. Alright, Ballista, get ready. They are making right for it, it looks like. Okay, come on. Doesn't appear to be being pulled in correctly. Well, the other one did get pulled in correctly. So that's annoying. But, that's 1 dead. And now, as long as he flies in close enough, gone. Ha ha ha! Excellent. Alright, all of you, move here. I will arrange you in a moment. So the ballista towers can be destroyed. That's... Well, it was very successful otherwise, so, you know, some iteration probably necessary, but otherwise, proof of concept most definitely. Turn. There we go. Up. Wrong angle. Come on. Move the camera over here while turning the other way. There we are. Alright. So, those are pulling back. You guys go ahead and recuperate. Should be out by the time the enemy arrives. Looks like the rest are fine for now. Alright, these 2 are leaving. These have landed, so where are their forces? Alright. So they did indeed, it looks like, go directly that way. As none are in the forest around here. Excellent. Alright. They'll be in firing range momentarily. Yep, there goes the barrage. And now they enter the real kill zone. Once they get right in here where the melee units are, they get decimated. Excellent. So it definitely looks like this is sufficient for pretty much whatever I'd want. I don't know that we would even... This design certainly seems to cover everything we would possibly need. All we'd really need to do then is increase capacity of it. Otherwise, that seems most excellent. Put you there. Oh, I didn't notice that they were being slow. Oh, that's annoying. Well, the barrage begins, and we still have enough melee troops here that it'll be fine. Right. No, no, not there, not there, not there. Just right there. Ah! Right here. Excellent. That piece of wall is probably going to burn down. Fun. Nope, nope. You move there. And why isn't he going down more? Hello, laggy game. Come on. He's dead. He's like so dead. There's no way he's not super dead. We'll wait till the fire is put out to start rebuilding. Otherwise, we run the risk of just having it catch fire again. Alright. That last one will get worked on. Alrighty, righty, righty. Not sure that we needed the hospital at all, really. Especially considering it's 10 workers, but they're all super centralized. Whereas these two, 9 gold a year. Yeah. I feel like clinics just are a better option, like, in every way. And given the Great Library has the effect it does, I'm thinking that great libraries as sort of central hubs will probably be an important aspect, again, of trying to, like, maximize that all the libraries are within Great Library radius. With a cathedral really only needing to have the one that goes in the military area. Other than that, I think it is probably, there should be some way of figuring out a solid orchard plan. Part of the issue with the current plan does seem to be that these small granaries are not enough for the 9x9 farms working at full capacity. Are these double capacity? No, they're slightly more so. Yeah, the full-on granaries are just far better and more efficient. But to put them in would require it being more than just a 9x9. It'd have to be an 11x9. If I just replace these and push the road out one, but then that leaves a fair amount of space kind of poorly used. I do like the inner 9x9 minimum requirements, so maybe what I'm really having the issue with here is trying to put the granaries inside. Yeah, because as I'm looking at it now, if instead of having these farms be pushed closer to this inner road, if we use this inner road for the wells, and then, I don't know, either housing or maybe put the small granaries here, then we can have all of the windmill ones be uniformly pushed out along this outer edge, which will then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. An even number, so that'll be allow for 5 big granaries on either side, which will still keep it at 9 by 9. Kind of. Plus, 2 sets of granaries along the side. That probably will work better. And then in that case, given what we've set up here, that should still 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No wait, I miscounted earlier. So yeah, there is a central spot that you can't fit anything. Ugh. Alright, well, I do think that we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.